efforts to familiarize yourself with the plants in these videos and for your efforts to eradicate them from the area that you have adopted. In this presentation, you'll learn about field bindweed. Here you'll learn how to identify the plant, some interesting facts, and also how to remove it. Let's get started. So the first thing that you'll want to know is how to identify the plant. It is most easily identified by its white and pink funnel-shaped flowers and its arrowhead-shaped leaves. You may also find it easier to identify this plant if you have heard its common name, morning glory. If you've ever visited a garden store, you've probably seen this plant for sale. It is troubling to find that this noxious weed, like others that we remove, is sold as an ornamental flower. It first came to the States as a contaminant in farm seeds, and by 1884, it was proclaimed the worst weed in many western states. It spreads quickly as it is a vine, and steadily decreases habitat biodiversity. Bindweed competes for sunlight, moisture, and nutrients with other plants by wrapping around them tightly. We want to keep the areas you serve healthy and diverse, so removal of this plant is important in order to keep the habitat healthy. Now that we know why it's so important to remove these plants in order to save other species that live in the area, let's talk about how to remove it. You may dig the plant up with a shovel or remove it with a hand weeder. Pull or dig the plant up by the base to remove the roots. Keep in mind that pulling or cutting is only effective when plants are cut below the surface in the early seedling stage, and it is most effective when consistently removed. 3 to 5 years may be required to effectively reduce the seed source and prevent regrowth, but any reduction of its growth will help prevent the restriction of other life in the area. Place all plant pieces into a trash bag and dispose of properly. I hope that you found this training video helpful and that you're now able to properly identify this plant during your service. Be sure to reach out to your volunteer coordinator if you have any additional questions. Also, if you would benefit from additional tools or resources to make the removal of this plant easier, we are happy to assist you in any way that we can. Thank you for your help, and be sure to watch the other training videos for noxious weeds in your area.